What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Nick. This is Cerrutiauto. If this is your first time, make sure you subscribe. I'm getting really close to 1 million. I'm only about like 999,000 away, so it'll be coming up a lot quicker than I think. So do make sure you guys subscribe, and if you do enjoy the video, make sure you smash the like button. But anyways, let's go ahead and get into it. So in today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to do a burnout for beginners. Now, the first disclaimer is that this is going to be for manual cars only that are rear wheel drive. This has nothing to do with autos or front wheel drive cars. It's only if the car is a manual and it is rear wheel drive, so take that into account. Secondly, I am not recommending that you go do this. So I am not liable if something happens to your car, which it very well can. It tends to put a lot of wear on different parts of your car. So this is more just entertainment. Take it with a grain of salt. So like I said, this is for manual cars, and the basic idea of doing a burnout is essentially what you're going to do is you're going to put the car into first gear, and then while the car is in first gear, you're going to have the clutch engaged so that it is essentially, rollable. It's essentially in neutral, but you still want the car to be in first gear. And then what you're going to do is you're going to floor the throttle. You're going to give it, a good amount of throttle. Some people like to gently do it, rev it up, or you can just, slam the gas to the floor, hit the red line, and then you are going to, once the revs are pretty high, you're going to dump the clutch and quickly shift over to the brake. And doing that will keep the car in place. It'll lock the front brakes, and then you're going to keep flooring the throttle. Now, once you get the burnout going, you can, start to blip the throttle. You can start to do a bit of a turn. Once you really start to get the burnout going, it is pretty much free reign from there. And then once you are ready to stop the burnout, you're going to then go ahead and let go of the gas as you engage the clutch, and then back to the brake. Now, it can be a little bit intimidating for your first time, so it's always important to do it on private property. If you can get a friend who has like a really, big driveway, or if you have a friend who, owns a business and you can do it on private property, never do this somewhere public. It's extremely dangerous and you don't want to put anybody else at risk, especially if it is your first time, because things can go wrong and you want to make sure you're safe. So with that being said, let's go ahead and see how it turns out. Alright, let's take a look at this one in slow motion so I can walk you through what I was doing. I pull up into the spot here where I know I have plenty of room to do a burnout. I begin to rev the engine, get the RPMs nice and high, and then once the RPMs are high enough, I go ahead and dump the clutch, and then you'll see the back wheels begin to spin right here. And then I immediately take the foot that I just dumped the clutch with and switch that over to the brakes, and then you can see the front brakes lock. And now you're in a burnout. So from here, it's just going to be comfort zone. If you're comfortable, doing a donut like I did, you can go ahead and do one. If not, just ride out the burnout. You can always let out the gas, push the clutch back in, and just stay where you are. It's all about comfort zone. Practice makes perfect. So just make sure you guys practice this before you try to do anything too crazy. Alright, and like I mentioned earlier, just do make sure you guys practice this. This is something that's going to get easier as you're more comfortable. It's one of those things that you're literally just going to have to get out there and practice. You're not going to be an expert overnight. But with that being said, like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.